R.Pod 179. Start right in the back corner with your power here. So your power cord's just got that one little notch at the bottom, matches up with that notch there. You're just going to slide that on into that. Little 16th of a turn locks it in, and then the threads really hold it there. As you come back to the end of the cord, you've got a standard 30 amp end there. Most campsites will have that. You can just plug straight on in. If you're looking to plug in at home to charge your batteries or run your fridge, we do provide you with an adapter as well. So right beside it here, we've got your cable and satellite inlets. So you just take a coax cable, plug it into either one of those, and you fire up your TV location. Right above it is your outside shower. So you'll get a little key, just like this one here. Stick it into there, turn it over, and there you go, hot and cold water, 3-foot hose. Just like that. Down these two black ports right here, just service ports for your fridge, nothing back there for you to worry about. Right here is part of your waste system. So this handle right here is gray, so that means that this tank is controlled by your, draining out your gray tank. So your gray tank is filled from your shower and your sinks, so generally cleaner water than what your black tank would be, which is filled from your toilet. So when it comes to dumping your tanks, what you're going to do is you're going to do the black tank first, and then you'll come back here to the gray tank. With each tank, you've got the cap here. So this cap will just have those two ears. Your sewer hose has the exact same two ears, just plugs on the same way. Then once you've got it onto there, you'll pull the valve, drain it out, and once that's done, you'll just switch over to the other tank, or to the other tank. So again, same thing there, just the two ears, just like that. As for your sewer hose, it's right up in this cap here, so we'll open that up, and there you have it, 20-foot hose, again, those two ears. Alright. And right here is just the exhaust for your furnace. So if you're ever running your furnace, you just want to make sure nothing drooped over that. It does get hot. And right here is your freshwater tank fill. So you'll take a water hose, stick it into there, turn on the water, fills up your freshwater tank. You know it's full once it starts spitting water out of that vent there. And right below it is your city water connection. So you take the same water hose, stick it into there, turn on your water, and that'll pressurize all the water lines throughout the trailer. And right beside it here is your hot water tank. So just line up that keyway there, which will pop open. Right at the top here is your pressure relief valve, so you'll just pop that open and a little bit of water will come out. I have drained the pressure out of the system, so we're not getting any out right now. I do know it is full though. So right down in the bottom there, you just got that on-off switch for turning on your hot water tank with electricity. Turn that on, you get hot water. Usually takes about 15-20 minutes. For firing it up with propane, the switch is just inside for that, but I'm gonna go over the fault procedure right now, simply because your reset button is right back here. So if you were to ever hit that button inside and it weren't to light up, I'll show you what that looks like. You just come out here, you'll hit that button right there, and that'll reset it. In this corner, as well as each corner of the trailer, you've got your stabilizer jacks here. So you're just gonna run those down, they'll contact the ground, and just another turner and a half or so just to firm up the trailer. What that'll do is it'll just get rid of the sway as you're walking through it, just firm it up for you. And then towards the front here, I just got the little service light there for you. Right in the front is your propane cover, so you just pop that open. You got your standard propane tank back here, so you just turn that to open it up, and that's that. You do just have the one tank, so you do want to be mindful of that. Right back here in this box is your battery. It is fully charged. As long as you're plugged in through that short cord in the back, that battery is charging for you. So you can see the hangers here. The customer has opted for the weight distribution set, so if that was something you wanted to go for, you will have those. Otherwise, you will not get those hangers. Right in the side here is just a propane outlet, so you've just got that little valve right there. With that valve closed like that, you can open up the quick connect. With it open, you cannot. All right, so just keep that in mind whenever you're trying to hook up a hose to that. Just make sure that valve's closed before you're hooking into it. And then down the side here, you can see the compartment. This is the rest of that weight distribution hitch we were talking about. And right back here. So this is the 3/4 inch bit for running all of your stabilizer jacks, as well as your bit for running your awning out. So we'll use this in a second here. This box right here just contains the rest of your weight distribution hitch. And this hose right here is the hose for all of your water fittings, as well as should have your park adapter in there. So if you just give me a second, I'll be right back with it. This this is your park adapter here. So that's your 30 amp end that you'd plug your cord into, and the 15 amp end just into your standard outlet. So right beside it here is your GFI protected outlet. So if you wanted to run a TV outside, toast, coffee, whatever, you've got the power to do so. And then continuing on back, you've got your black tank flush right here. So over time you may notice you go to dump out your black tank and you know for a fact that it's empty, but your monitor panel still tells you it's a third or 2/3 or whatever. You'll just take that water hose, stick it into there, open up that black valve with your hose attached, turn on the water, and that'll just flush out the tank for you. And then right in the very back, right in the corner here, is just a little solar panel plug-in. So 2-pin plug, just plug a solar panel into there and it charges up your battery. And then of course otherwise in the back is just your spare tire there. And so with your awning, you're just going to grab the rod here, and then right at the end of your awning, it slides right into the slot there, and then you're just running it out. And once it's extended all the way, it'll just kind of lock up on you. Just like that. Okay. Now we'll take this bar here, put it back in our storage compartment. And then right at the head here, we're just gonna grab this latch right there, pull it over, and that pulls the foot out of the center here. So you can pull that towards you, 90-degree turn, so that this plastic latch points inside. Extend the leg, push that little lock up, slide the foot into there, and lock it in place. Once it's locked in place, you can then take the head here and just push it out wherever you like it. On this tab right there, you turn that over and it locks it in place. We'll come over to the other arm here. Same idea, slides out, turns around, turns inside, extends into place, locked in, extended, and locked. Now if it were to start raining, it's going to hold the water, so you can take either of these arms and just kind of adjust the angle of it to let the water run off. As it sits right now, it's just a little saggy, so you can just take your bar here, come back to your awning, and just wind that in until it's tight. There you go. So we'll just leave that there for now. For running it back in, we'll unlock the arms, take them out of their feet, bring them back in, turning them back, and then around. Slide that foot into place, and grab the end here, and just locks it in. So same thing, unlock, unlock, foot out, collapse it, turn it, in. And then just back to the awning again, and turning it back in. Now as for your steps, you just grab this step right here, pull it out, and then flip that one over. Lift up on your handle, 90 degrees, locks in place, and in we go. Alright, so when you first come inside, right around the corner here is your slide out control, so we'll just press and hold out. The slide will make its way out. Once it's out all the way, you're just going to get a little hum from each of the motors, just letting you know they're extended completely. Alright, and each of the lights in the trailer just run their own little push buttons, as well as one above your dinette here, 2 up front. This light switch right here in the center is for your porch light outside. The one on the left here is for your bathroom. Right above it all is your monitor panel. So we'll start with the battery. Press and hold battery, it'll tell you your charge level. So we're currently C for charging because we're plugged in. G would be good, F is fair, and L is low. Same idea for your fresh, black, and gray tanks. So as you start filling it up, it'll go from 1/3 to 2/3 full. And that's that. Right below it here, so the switch on the right here is your water pump. Turn that on, turns on your water pump, draws out of the fresh water tank. And right beside it's your water heater. So you'll turn that switch on, and that'll start the fire up procedure. Now you can hear it fire up from inside the unit here. And once that light goes out, that'll be the ignition sequence starting. So there we go, it just went out and it fired right up. If that light were to come back on, that's the point where you're gonna be looking for that reset. You're gonna wanna turn it off and back on to try that. And if that doesn't do it, go try the reset outside. And if it still doesn't go, just make sure you do in fact have propane. Right below it is your thermostat here. So the power button wakes it up. It'll start from off, hit power again, power and mode, and go into your fan speed. When it comes to your fan speed, I'm going to recommend you just leave it on auto, unless of course you're looking to move air and solely just have a fan. Then you can run it on high or low, whatever you like. Otherwise, auto. Hit mode again, should go into cool. That'll turn on the air conditioner. And with the air conditioner going, you got a couple different options with it. You got the louvers all along the side, as well as right in the center here. If you open up that center one, it's just dumping all of its air right here. Or you can close it up and start using the ducts inside and disperse the air throughout the unit a bit more. After cool, if you hit mode again, it'll go into the furnace. So just turn that up. With your fan speed on auto, it will turn off the air conditioning fan and then turn on the furnace. The furnace is just right down here. And with this furnace, once it lights up, you can physically see the flame if you look down in this area right here. Just a little blue pilot light. Well, we're a hot day here today, so that furnace might not turn on. Which I think is the case here. Alright. Well, just for the sake of showing you, I'm going to run that air conditioner for a second, see if we can cool it off in here, and then we'll get the furnace going for you in a minute. And for now, down on the floor here is your LP detector, so propane's heavier than air, it sits on the floor. If there's ever a propane leak, this guy will detect it and start going off just like a smoke detector. Right up here is your stereo, so the power button there turns it on, and then you've just got all of your options up top here. So the auxiliary, be through that cable right there. And with the speakers going, you've got your selection right here, where you can have them inside, in and out, or out. And then all the options up top, so the AV, of course connected through the back, AM, FM, HDMI, just right there, USB, just down here, or Bluetooth. Well, the first time you connect to Bluetooth, it is going to ask you for a code. That code is 0000. And then just right around the corner here is your TV on a swing bracket. So right down here, just two little storage compartments. That side is not a storage compartment. It is screwed down and shut. It contains the computer for your slide out. Right underneath your table here are your two cushions for either end. So they are on Velcros, you just slap them into place. And then for your table, as you can see, fold it down, it's just folded. Folding it back up, you're just going to take the leg and it just swings around. And that's your table. Folding it down, you just grab this black knob right there and pull that back, that unlocks it, and then just swing it over to the side and around. And then you take your back cushion there to fill in as a center. Right up here is the other cushion for your center. Just like that. Now, as you can see back here, you do have the travel straps. Those are for the table. Previous customer preferred leaving their table up on the bed, so it really is up to you. So right here is your microwave, convection as well. Right below it's your fridge, so you just got the button right there, opens it up. Refrigerator, or the freezer right up top here. So the power button on the left turns it on. That plug right there just means you've got the fridge running off of 120 volt. So you hit that flame right there, it'll switch over to propane, or you can hit the battery and it'll switch over to drawing on your battery. When you're traveling, that's what you're going to want to use, just so that you're running off of your truck battery. And then on the side here is your temperature control. So just as you hit that thermostat, you can see you're at the coldest right there, and you're at your warmest right there. This right here is just your check light, so if you're running it on propane and that light were to come on, it's just letting you know it hasn't fired up on propane. Same procedure as your water tank, just turn it off, back on to restart it, check you've got propane, things like that. And then press and hold the power button to turn it off. Right down here is your GFI reset, so you got test on the bottom, reset on top, as well as the 2 USB power outlets. And then for your stove, just the glass top folds back, grab a lighter, turn it over to light, and there we go. Alright, now we'll give that furnace another try. Hit load, into furnace. The air conditioning fan will turn off after a minute or so. There we go. Alright, now you hear a couple clicks from the igniter just getting it going. And then like I'd said before, right in this bottom corner here, you can physically see the flame going. And that's that. And then after the furnace, you just hit mode again, it'll cycle back into off, and then you just start over again. Then into the bathroom here, just got the roof vent, pull that down to unlock it, counterclockwise to open it. And then right back here, you've got your fan speeds, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hit it again the 5th time, and it'll cycle back to 1. And then off's just right beside it there. Turn it the opposite way to close it. Get it tight, and then just push it up to lock it. Toilet here, just got the hand crank in the back corner, as well as the shower. And so that's it for this guy. If you've got any other questions, please feel free to give us a call, 204-237-7272.